down, everybody. Welcome back to the third episode of the Foot of Six podcast. We're going to keep on trying to do this regular. We had a lot of fun, me and Keelan, doing it last time. We got our other two members back, John and James. Say hey, guys.
So, I think it's actually James's first video this time
What
since
up,
he wasn't
guys?
here with James.
He wasn't for the interview, and he wasn't
Yeah, it
there
is
last time,
James's
so
first video.
James is the rookie.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he's
I do
got
all the behind
terrible,
the scenes work
terrible
for
camera. I
what
can't
you
even
see.
see him. You look like pixel art in here, James.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, but we're diving deep. We're diving deep into the September window roster. Got a lot of things to talk about. Drops and who we think should have been on, who is on, that shouldn't be on. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. What's y'all's initial reaction to this?
Oh well, first, look, I'll read the goalkeepers and then someone do defenders, midfielders, and forwards, and we'll break it down like that. All right, so goalkeepers, we have Ethan Horvath, who's at Luton Town, Sean Jay, who's at NYCFC, Matt Turner, who's at Arsenal. Notable name missing right now is Zach Steffen because he's out with injury, even though he's been very poor for Middlesbrough in the games he has played. Anybody want to say anything about those names?
I really hope
think,
Horvath is starting. I like Ethan. I want to see him in Saudi
Out of
Arabia.
those three, I don't see a clear-cut starter. Sean Johnson's been struggling in form. He hasn't kept a clean sheet since they played Chicago. He's at 5 or 6 games now on the bounce of NYC losing. They've struggled without Toddy. Matt Turner, I mean, he's always looked good in the U.S., but he's not getting consistent minutes. So it's a safe call, but not really exciting. Horvath has 1 clean sheet this season against Birmingham City with Deeney and Hogan starting up top, so he could be a good shot, but I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed Slonina and Josh Cohen didn't get chances to call ups this time. Because Sean Johnson, he's been lacking for him.
Yeah, Gaga for sure. Gaga
Yeah, I was really hoping Gaga would get the call up, especially. I know he hasn't really kept many clean sheets, but he's 18 years old. Promote the youth, let him get acclimated to the rest of the boys.
Most definitely.
See, you see a lot of that shit on Twitter.
But yeah, I think
You see a lot
Turner
of that
will
shit on
start.
Twitter, like, oh, we should only be playing for this World Cup, not like bringing people that are going to be better for us down the road. I think it's fine if it's kind of like another reason to bring Gaga would be so that he can get acclimated to World Cup and like international play and everything. And he's a great goalkeeper. So like he's a great third string to have, and he's already getting acclimated to everything, which makes him better down the road. So I think that argument is kind of terrible for at least for sure goalkeepers.
I'm all for bringing Gaga to the World Cup, but I'm still all about winning this World Cup too. I think
Obviously, yeah,
we'll
like
run it.
we're going to try to win as best we can. I don't think bringing Gaga as our third goalkeeper over, like, I don't know,
Yeah, no, I really don't
Sean Johnson,
Sean
honestly,
Jay.
or someone else.
change anything. I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah, like getting Gaga that experience would be huge, so you can just know what it's like. He's got to be our next Tim Howard. So
It's a bold.
Most definitely.
All right.
I'll
Who's
take
taking
I
the
don't know
field?
where everyone's from, so I can't answer that one.
So what's our defenders? We got Reggie Cannon at Boa Vista with us. Cameron Carter-Vickers, who's having an amazing season with Celtic so far. Started in a 1-1 draw with Shakhtar Donetsk earlier today. He's also kept 5 clean sheets this season. Also, one was a 4-0 victory against Rangers. Malik and James Stans both starting. Serginho Dest is the next one. He's at AC Milan now. Subbed on 78th minute today against Zagreb, but he's playing a more attacking role, which we all know how creative he is. Then we got Chris Richards, who has made his Crystal Palace move. Hasn't got a lot of minutes yet, but promising move. Joe Scally, who's had an amazing start with Borussia and Gladbach this season. He's been one of Daniel Fark's first choices on the team sheets, and they've got a good bit of good results. Then we got Sam Bynes, who's been unbeaten this season with Antwerp in the what's it called league, the Belgium league. I'm blanking, but yeah, he has
Belgium.
5 clean sheets. He's been having a great season with Antwerp. Then we got DeAndre Yedlin, one of my biggest question marks on here. It's been 7 games since freaking Miami has kept a clean sheet, and DeAndre Yedlin's still called up for some reason. Well, it boggles my mind. DeAndre Yedlin should never.
All right, we'll talk about the
national team. And
finish
then
the
we
list.
got Walker Zimmerman, which is a great call. had 3 clean sheets in his last 5, and that's against some tough opponents, the FC Dallas and Austin both in there. So he's in great form. That concludes our defender list.
I think this is like kind of mostly set in stone for what's coming to Qatar. Like this is most likely going to be what we're going to have at Qatar. Maybe besides Yedlin, Vines, and I don't know, probably Reggie.
Yedlin's a lock.
I think, me personally, he's not a lock, but like I 100% think Greg's going to bring him.
No, well, when I say like he's a lock, I think that's like I'm saying that I think Greg
he was
will
like
take
he
him.
was huge in that last
Yeah.
one 8 years ago. You know,
I'd
whenever
rather
we had
see
that
George
World
Bello,
Cup,
though.
so. Say what? Bello?
See George Bello, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see him. I think he should have got caught this window. Maybe leave out like Yedlin, honestly, because like Greg knows he's going to bring him, so leave him out and let somebody else. Greg's very contradictory. Whenever we talk about later players, about like, oh, I want this guy, see what this guy can do, but you haven't seen this other guy play in forever, and you're keeping guys on here that you know they have like a ceiling.
Yeah.
In terms of attackers.
We also got to talk
But I
about
think
the
it's-
absence of John Brooks once again. Now, I've been a few,
Yeah,
but
Yeah, I miss John
Yeah.
Brooks,
John
man.
Brooks, he's got the only experience, really.
I think you could also give a shot
What do
for
you
Tim
think?
Ream. Tim Ream's been started every game for Fulham this season, kept a clean sheet at Molyneux against Wolves. He's been looking good. He's been looking like a solid defender. You know who else I think?
Yeah, our defense.
I haven't watched a lot of Birmingham City this year.
pretty well.
Since I'm a Villa fan, but Trusty's over at Birmingham now. James Sands. I haven't watched a whole lot of Rangers, but I would have liked to see James Sands been called up too.
Yeah, my biggest snub is James Sands, and like about Tim Ream, pardon me. I think Greg said it multiple times that he wants his defenders to play a high line, and unfortunately that's not
That's true.
Yeah.
Tim's game. And like Tim's profile fits Fulham a lot more than this American team, because Fulham aren't going to play a high line and be super aggressive. They're going to sit back and look to counter. So, unfortunately, I mean, it's a shame because he is the captain of a Premier League side, which is pretty badass and not talked
He's the
about
only
enough.
captain of our
But
Premier League side.
it's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
he's like the only captain of a
it's crazy.
side in Europe in our team. Right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta be. I mean, that's huge. And Fulham's been. I mean, we've been doing damn well for considering what we usually do in the Prim.
Yeah,
I'm-
no.
But you're right about the high line.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad Scally
Yeah,
got
I
the
mean,
call.
Scally's been looking well.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, I was worried for a minute because it looked like Daniel Farco wanted to bring Max Aronson from Norwich to Gladbach, but Scally won out the spot. And Max Aronson
Yeah,
from Norwich.
He's gotta improve on his performance last time he featured for us. It really wasn't that great. He had a lot of errors, and we were wishing to see more. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but he'll be all right.
But I think John Brooks consistently, again, left out. I don't know. I would bring him to almost every game.
Yeah.
If
Just
he
for-
doesn't bring him to Qatar, which it doesn't seem like he's going to, it's going to really suck. Like, really suck.
No, I think the 4 center backs: Carter Vickers, Long, Richards, and Zimmerman. That's your 4 going to Qatar.
Aaron
Just
Long
more
over
focus
John
for it.
Brooks makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. They're bringing Yedlin for his experience. He's played in the World Cup. John Brooks has more experience than Yedlin, and he's better. He's better than DeAndre Yedlin. Doesn't make
Give
any
us some of
sense.
the best memories. Us Americans, some of our best memories. Yeah.
It blows my mind that he's not coming to the camps, and I don't think he's going to come to Qatar, sadly. I don't know. Greg got he's butthurt towards him for some reason, so it's really depressing, honestly. Not having him there is going to suck. But we got a lot of other things to look forward to.
All right, Jack, I'll let you dive into the midfielders, and I'll take the 4.
Yeah. I don't really know. I know where most of these guys play. I don't know where Kellen Costa plays. No, he plays in the MLS.
LAFC, so.
Yeah. You got Tyler Adams over playing at Leeds. He's been great. He's been in the last episode we talked about how he's like the best challenger stat wise in the Prem right now. You got Luca Del Torre playing for a smaller side over in Europe. What's her name?
Celta de Vigo.
Real
Sociedad.
Sociedad.
Real Sociedad.
No, he's
You
at
got
Celta
Weston
de
playing in
Vigo.
Juventus. He's coming back from his injury.
Oh, I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
he's
Wait,
at
what'd you say?
Vigo, but it's not a
Celta
big deal.
Vigo.
Oh, come on, Keelan, you're making me look stupid. You got
Well, you-
you got Weston coming back from off injury for Juventus. I think it's huge. He's healthy again. Came back faster than they expected, and he's playing great, like right off the bat. You got Eunice, who's coming in great form as well, playing over at Valencia. Yeah, and then you got Malik Tillman playing for
Rangers.
Rangers. What I thought. Yeah, he's also. Greg said the past 2 games he's had weren't that great, but before that, I didn't see those last 2 games. Before that, he'd been playing very well, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think it's a pretty also set in stone lineup, similar to Defenders. I think this is going to be the exact team that we bring to Qatar.
Yeah, no, I honestly really love that group of midfielders. Like, I'm not usually that big a fan of MLS, but Kellen Costa definitely deserves his spot. I want him in Qatar. Tyler Adams, he's been balling out. I'm a really big fan of Luca Del Torre, and then Weston, of course. Eunice, such a baller. And I'm happy to see Malik back again. Malik's been looking good for Rangers.
Yeah, Malik actually would be whoever's going to fill in Malik's spot would be the only question mark.
Yeah, I
He's
think.
going to go to Qatar.
Malik's going to Qatar.
You think so? Are we saying Qatar
definitely.
or Qatar?
I don't know. I
Is it
don't know how
Qatar?
to pronounce it,
Qatar?
if I'm being honest.
What-
Qatar. I've seen it so many different ways.
Qatar.
But yeah, look, whenever I saw Malik Tillman, who did he come on against? Was it Uruguay that
Yeah,
he made his first
I'm pretty
appearance
sure
against,
it was.
maybe?
Yeah, it was your.
Like I didn't. I've heard the name just because he was at Bayern, and I've never really watched him play before that. I'll admit. And then he came on, and I was not impressed. I thought he was very poor. But what he's doing at Rangers, it's just shit. I apologize. I stand corrected. He's looked like a straight baller. Didn't his brother score for Bayern this weekend?
Whoa, what?
Which
Which Bayern
Tillman?
side?
Didn't Tillman,
It
like
was just
16-year-old
Till.
Tillman?
Yeah, I know.
Till is
No.
Till.
Oh,
Like,
Till.
there's no
I
relation.
was like, I thought he had a
Bayern
brother.
first side, first team.
He
Okay.
does have a
White
brother
guy.
too, but
If you think there's a guy playing with his last name's Tillman and Malik, he thinks he's Malik Tillman's brother, and he's not starting for us, and he's scoring for Bayern, you are tripping, dog. That dude
Well, I
would be
didn't.
like
I didn't
our-
really pay
he'd
much
be there.
attention.
He's like the equivalent to Christian Pulisic and Gio. That'd be crazy.
Well, I'm glad Malik's getting
Yeah.
the call up. But yeah, those midfielders, that's set in stone. I don't
Dude.
see that changing unless you bring Roldan instead of Tillman.
I
That's
don't
your only
want that
thing.
change.
That would not. Yeah, that'd be pissed.
I don't want it
Dude,
either.
Malik's like a little Weston, man. That guy's got he can jump out the freaking ass. He's got incredible hops and he's
Yeah.
dunking all over. I know that's whenever I was seeing him play really well. Was whenever he was during I think it was Champions League qualifying or something, and he was just scoring like 2 or 3. He scored like 2 or 3 goals, and they were all
Yeah.
hitters from what I remember. It was nice. It reminded me a lot of Weston. He's just skinnier.
I'm excited to see Weston back in the team. After being out to injury, it's good to see him back in the roster.
Yeah, he started today.
Oh, did he really? Did you watch him?
Yeah, they were up 1-0. I'm watching the. I'm watching
I'm watching
Dortmund
the
game.
Norwich game.
I got Weston rated as my number 1 player, and I think he's huge for our team.
All right, Johnny,
I'll
you
do
taking
forwards.
forwards?
All right, first we got Brendan Aronson, who I love. Everyone loves him. Leeds loves him now too. Next we got Paul Areola. I'm not a fan. He's looked good for FC Dallas this season. He's got some work ethic, but he should not be in our U.S. team. Not in this day and age. Not anymore. I don't think he should be there. We'll move on from that. Next we got Jesus Ferreira. I'm a fan of Jesus. I like him. I'm glad he's in the team. Next, for FC Dallas. Next, we got Jordan Morris at Seattle. And no, I think it's past his day and age too. I don't like him there either. Next, we got Ricardo Pepi, which I really don't like. Why aren't you bringing Brandon Vasquez instead?
Trade! Pepe
Pepe trade.
He couldn't make it at Augsburg, and now he's in the Eredivisie. I don't even think he scored a goal yet for the Eredivisie. I just do not like that. And then we
Just
got
get kicked out.
After that, we got Captain America, Christian Pulisic at Chelsea. He's been struggling to find some form lately, but hopefully being back with the boys, he can find some form again. And next, we got Gio Reyna, finally healthy again too, which is big boost to our team. You know, he's started today. He's just
Yeah, watching him right now.
yeah, he was looking great. He was looking great over the weekend too against Leipzig after subbing on, even though they lost 3-0. But still, but after that, we got the player I'm most excited about. That all Americans should be most excited about. The one that will win us the World Cup in 2026. The one that will win Golden Boot. Josh
Oh my
fucking
God.
Sargent. He is the future. He is our 9.
Dude, you would not be saying this if you didn't play for Norwich.
You
If
know-
you didn't play for Norwich, you would be like, this guy fucking sucks.
I'm all-
He is
you know,
ass.
Josh fan, even when he's at Bremen, he's just been balling out at Norwich lately, and it's just happy to see it. Really lovely to watch. Even though today he's playing Rams since Timo Pukki's back healthy, but at striker he's bagging left and right, bro. His head, left foot, right foot, he scores every way.
All right, well, first, James's computer
Yes,
died,
yes.
and his mom has this charger.
That is something boost.
That's the most classic James thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
So, all right, well, James isn't joining us. All right, so, yeah, I know. So, first, we'll talk about what John wants to talk about. Josh Sargent, John already mentioned, that's his boy. He's buzzing. We'll say that John has endlessly backed
Yeah.
Josh Sargent. I always shit on Josh. Jack always shits on Josh. I think James kind of backs Sargent a little bit, but last year he was even shitting on Josh. John has been there through thick and thin, so I am happy for John's sake that he is
Just
getting
having
the call.
Josh's sake, he deserves it.
Yeah, I think he deserves it, especially with the form he's been playing in recently. I hope to God, that he finally gets comfortable with scoring goals for us. We know he's got that drive and the work ethic, very similar to Brendan Aronson in that aspect. But he just got to score. That's the problem with all of our attackers, is that they can't score. They can't score sitters. They can't even score amazing goals like Serginho Dest can. I mean, honestly, we should just put Dest at striker, and he might be able to score more. But you never know. It's just our strikers can never score goals. That's our problem.
Hey, Greg starts Josh's upcoming window. Goals are coming. I'm telling you, a hat trick's coming. If he's starting,
Yeah, well,
Gotta-
we all said that.
Hiroshima 2.0.
Oh my God!
That's
Oh my God! You can't say that, John.
no, that's a clip right there. That's a clip right there.
Yeah, let's just put that out everywhere. No, I do. I think we should destroy Japan, and we should destroy the other team we're playing. Who is
Saudi
it?
Arabia.
Yeah, Saudi. Oh, yeah, that one's for team anti-terrorist right there. Should definitely do that one. We don't want to.
That's what we want someone like Clint Dempsey, a true American that will really play that 200% against the true rivals, true rivals.
Yeah, except Clint actually scored super consistently. Unlike Josh. Yeah, that's why I said that we should have him back. Keelan presented me with a question: get Tim Howard back, or you get Clint Dempsey back for this upcoming World Cup. And I said 100% Clint Dempsey. You can't the goal scoring.
Tim Howard, I'm going to bank on Josh coming into it. Tim Howard's coming,
God.
and then I think we might win the World Cup, but we had prime Tim Howard and the team we have, honestly.
I hope. I hope we are one good goalkeeper away from winning the World Cup.
I
That'd be nice.
think we're one good goalkeeper, one good striker, but I think Josh might be able to be that striker that steps into that spot, but he's not there yet. But
I don't think he's there yet.
I'm not saying he's
But-
there yet, but he will become that guy.
I hope he will. I don't know. Whenever I just look at Josh Sargent, I just don't think oh God, this guy's about to score a lot of goals.
He just
That ginger
scored.
hair.
As we're talking, he just scored. Let's fucking go.
Did he really?
Oh, my boy.
How did he score?
The corner, Gabriel Sara takes the corner. Josh Sargent elevates and dunks it. Josh Sargent.
All right, let's talk about the other
All right,
players
so-
that outside of Josh on the attack. Obviously, Jordan Morris and Areola. I guess Jesus too, but Jesus is kind of a lock to go. Jordan Morris and Areola are question marks for a lot of people. What do y'all think about that?
I don't like him, but I think Greg will probably take at least one of them.
Yeah, definitely at least one of them.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I wish Greg would just pick one. You know, I don't think they both don't deserve to go, in my opinion. But if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely pick
Yeah,
Areola.
I don't want the little meatball running around.
Yeah, I'm going Areola too.
You know,
But also, so while we're talking about the forwards, Pflock, Brandon Vasquez, thoughts? Didn't get called up. What do you think that means for
I
their
think
future?
that means Brandon Vasquez really doesn't have a shot at the World Cup. Just kind of sad. He's been balling out for Cincinnati. You know, I like him, San Diego native. He played in TJ growing up, so he has a lot of experience, you know, like just physical game. And I really think he will become a top player for us, too, in the future.
I hope so. Jordan Pflock, though, like, I read Greg came out with a statement. Someone asked him about what happened with Pflock. He's like, we know what Pflock can do, and we wanted to see other guys. And the way, I forget exactly what he said, but the language he said made it sound like he was probably going to go to Qatar.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with that. Pflock's not going to start a game for the United States and Qatar. I think we
Yeah.
can all agree on that because, number one, this is what I wrote down. We'll get into it in a second. But our strikers are definitely probably our weakest point. Goals aren't given. Our goals aren't going to really come from them that much. Most likely, we're going to produce. Our creativity comes from other places. So, what the most important thing for that striker to do is the build up and the ability to press. And Pflock's ability to press is the worst of the striker group of strikers. So, Pflock to me is a tactical sub. If you're losing in the 75th minute, you throw him on and say, all right, go put balls in the box and go win it for us, Pflock. I think that's his
His MO. Yeah.
contribution in
Did I say
Qatar.
that
Okay, there we go.
he's not going to come to Qatar, or he is?
He said
He is.
said
yeah,
that
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He probably is.
I think
He's
too.
going to go.
100% that he's going to go.
I
I think
And I
that
think he should,
should.
on the basis if we're losing a game and he gets subbed in, we're purely like down the wing cross. That's like literally all we're doing. I 100% think
Yeah.
that Pflock should be there. I think it's a great tactical decision, like you said.
and I think
All right, so
I think he was
No, you go,
called
my
up
bad.
because, like you guys were saying, we know what he has, and he's just earned his spot. We don't need to see any more of him really right now. But at least he's been balling out for Union. At least,
Yeah, like crazy, dude. He
first in the
went
Bundesliga.
This is where Greg is so contradictory. He says that he knows what some people like do. He knows like what he's going to get from some people, and he doesn't call him up for that reason. But he knows what he's going to get from Pepe or Jesus. I'm not saying he shouldn't call him up, but he knows what he's going to get from them, and he doesn't call up someone like Brandon Vasquez that hasn't played for us yet. So it just doesn't really make any sense to me
Yeah.
whenever he does that.
Well,
He does that a lot all over the field.
I understand why he called up Pepe since, you know, Pepe did do well for the United States back 9 months ago, 10 months ago, and then he's just really fallen off since then. But I think Greg wants to give him one last chance, you know. His stats don't reflect him earning anything near a spot right now, but
Yeah, I'm surprised you just said that you understand why he got called up because
Well, yeah,
you're always like,
Oh, Jude Dortmund just
No,
scored.
shut up, man! I can't. You're ahead of me. Oh, never
Dortmund
mind.
just
Oh,
scored. Gio
Jude
put
scored it.
the Gio put the corner in.
Assist for Gio.
Not an assist because it was flicked on. You'll see it, but he put the initial
Gio's
corner in.
good.
That's cool.
the
Man
America
City.
saw it a week or so before the World Cup and they just put an absolute 2-footer in Jude in fucking practice, you know.
Hey, what do
Yeah,
you
he
think
should.
about Fowler and Balogun? Do you think he's gonna transfer to us? And also, if he does, where do you see him in our team?
No,
Johnny
like,
McAllister.
I followed him a little bit last year when he was in the championship. But this year, I really haven't been keeping up with him too much. I've seen he's been doing well. So I don't know how he'd fit in, but like whenever I was really looking at him and when he was playing for Arsenal too, I just didn't think he was cut out for the team. But that was year and 6 months ago. So I'd be ready to see him again, see what he's able to offer us.
Dude, Dude, they're 20th in the championship right now. Middlesbrough is holy crap.
Yeah, I know Florian's doing great in France this year. He has like 4
Who?
goals. Florian Balogun.
Yeah.
Balogun. I saw a quote of him saying that he wasn't going to take the offer to come play in these September window games unless he was locked in to go to Qatar because he didn't want to give up that chance to play for
Yeah.
England or whatever. Same with Brandon Vasquez, that he's still in the Finsball playing for
Well,
Mexico.
Just follow-
So look, I get it. They're keeping their options open, but I'd rather them just commit to the
Yeah,
United
you
States.
gotta think about
But
your prospect of playing for the team you want to play for.
I get it, but like I really don't like that method either. Like leveraging it, like I kind of still want England. I want you to be fully committed to us.
Yeah. But
I'll,
we're also we're literally only American. Like we don't have any other blood in us. He's got a lot of different
well,
nationalities
yeah, that's true.
linked to him. So he has a lot of draws to different places. But what I'm thinking is why you're not going to play for England. You got Harry Kane's going to be the striker for a long time, and then after that, there's a lot of competition, a lot more competition for striker, and a lot of better competition.
there's always great
Yeah,
English
it's
strikers.
better competition than it is in America. So if you know that you're going to have an easier time starting for us, and you know that we will support you a lot, very well, then I feel like he should just take the American job.
Well, yeah, you look at the American 9 spot. So it's grabs from MLS players, championship players. Of course, it's there instead of the England spot.
Yeah, say he starts playing very well at the club he's at now, and in Arsenal, okay, well I think we want you back, and he starts getting good minutes in Arsenal. I mean, that'd be crazy for us having an American player getting good minutes in Arsenal as a 9. I think if he's playing well and he does decently well for us, I think that's a lock as our striker. But I mean, that won't be happening until 2026.
Yeah, I
if it ever
don't-
does happen.
Yeah, so with the 3 strikers they called up, right now I think Jesus is definitely number 1 still, but I think Sargent and Pepe are right, they're equal, right? I think, like John said, Pepe gave us 3 goals in qualification. Honestly, might have kept Greg's job when we were losing to Honduras and he had a brace. But so I feel like that's maybe Greg feels like he owes him a little bit of gratitude, But look, so let's break it down like this. So I presented 4 different categories for our strikers to be successful in this system that Greg likes. Okay, so number 1, press. All 3 of these guys are very capable of being able to press and leading the line. I think.
Sargent has the edge in that though between the other two.
Yeah. Okay. We'll say Sargent. Sargent works hard.
Physicality
Um,
too.
Yeah, he's a little more.
Build.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he'll
put a head in your chest than the other 2 guys. Yeah, he's pretty aggressive.
Yeah. No. He works hard. He works so hard. There's no denying that. Number 2, build up. I think this is what people contributed to. So I have build up, and then separately I have hold up. I think it's two completely different things. So build up. I think this is where Pepe's best. I also think this is where Jesus is a little better. I don't know if Josh Sargent definitely is not the most technical player. I think we can agree on
I'll agree.
that.
Josh isn't the most technical, but I think he's better in build up than Pepe. I'll still Jesus is better in Sarge, but I think he's better in
I think Jesus is the best at build up and hold up.
No,
At least for
Sarge.
whenever I saw him playing for us, I found him to be the best at build up and hold up.
But if you're just kicking a ball like a goal kick deep to your striker, Sarge is the only one.
I think so.
See, but that's not,
I know,
that's
but
not how we
I'm
do
just
it,
saying,
do that.
hold up though. If you're kicking it deep, launching a long ball in.
Yeah, so what I have for hold up is that Pepe is definitely the worst out of the 3 for his hold up play. He always lacked that like we said, physicality that Josh has. And I think Jesus isn't even really a 9 at heart. I mean, he plays the 10 for full. When Pepe was at FC Dallas, he was playing the 10 there underneath him. And that's what got
Yeah.
Pepe's big move. And then last for goal scoring, who's the best goal scorer out of that group?
Jesus, at least actively
With-
right now. But I mean, Pepe did the exact same thing in the MLS.
I mean, yeah, you can say that. And then you see how Pepe translated to Bundesliga, where Sargent actually scored some goals.
Yeah.
Sargent's been bagging. I'm not going to say
Very true.
Sargent's the best finisher, but in the current form, I think Tim or Jesus has been bagging too.
Yeah, it just depends on who we. Well, obviously Jesus has been scoring more and for a little bit longer, but it's in the MLS versus the championship. And Josh, I mean, the season just started for the championship and everything, so like, I don't know. I still. We talked about this the other day whenever we weren't recording. Like, which is the better league, MLS or championship?
I'd say
Honestly, I couldn't
championship.
tell.
I watch both a good bit, honestly. I would say championship. I'd say the MLS is actually still have a lot of real talent, but overall, championship.
But
But there's definitely teams in the MLS that can beat teams in the championship 100%.
yeah, that's true. MLS has. Okay.
I think this year, I think the championship is probably the worst it's been in the last few
Why you
years.
say that? Because Derby's not in there and Fulham. Turn me up.
No, I just think like I think John would agree that this isn't Norwich's best team that they've had, and
No,
they're
Bristol just scored two, so
And-
now it's 3-2. And then,
like this isn't Norwich's best team, and they're in automatic qualifying right now. Automatic promotion. Holy cow!
yeah,
I
no,
can't
I'd
speak.
say yeah, because we had a rocky start too. You know, we didn't even get that many points. We had 1 point from our first 3 games when we're already in first place again. So.
But yeah, I would say that the championship is a little
Yeah,
a level above the
I'll
MLS.
also say that I will say this for the MLS championship has an obvious ceiling about how good they're going to get and how good the league is going to get because of the promotion and everything. Their league below the Prem and everything. The MLS does not have a ceiling. They could literally, I mean, figuratively, they could get as big as the Prem if they were able to do that, which I don't think it ever will happen. But they have a huge ceiling to get just as big as the league, as the Bundesliga,
yeah,
and all them.
I totally agree too. You know, it's definitely growing. There's more teams growing. I think if they could implement promotion relegation, you could really turn
Yeah,
it
they
into.
should.
There's money here where you could bring the best players. There's already good players coming here. Cucho Hernandez from Watford already balling out. There's a lot of good players in the MLS. It's definitely growing, but
Yeah, we just need more loans over here.
But
Loans or sales
Yeah.
too, but loans from big clubs like over in Europe, just loan them over to America. That'd be crazy. Like on a consistent basis.
yeah, like what's his name? That's at LA
yeah,
Galaxy
really
now,
good.
from Barca.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I forget his name, but I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
He scored a penalty, tied up the other day.
And the MLS is growing exponentially. You know, we have such a wide variety of people. You know, we're so diverse, and most of the foreigners love soccer. Foreigners to us, at least, as not American citizens, like American born and everything, or different nationality parents and everything. They love soccer. That's like their main sport, and that's why the MLS is starting to build more because they have that basis, and then more Americans, like American born and everything, are starting to watch it, which is huge for us.
But so like my last thing on this striker
we
conversation
have
is if Sargent or no if Pepe and Jesus Ferreira swap positions with Sargent, I would hold them to the same thing as I do Sargent, where I would hope that they were scoring a decent amount of goals in the championship. I feel like that they should be able to do that. Like with Sargent playing in the championship this year, I expected him to get goals because he's at that level where he's in a side that's good enough to create a lot of
Yeah.
chances that he should be putting the ball in the back of the net. So it's like when you beat a bad team, it's like, should you pat him on the back? I'm not saying it's like I expect
Yeah.
this from Sargent because he's been the people say he's the best striker prospect that we've ever had. He should be doing this. So I'm glad that he is living up to the hype.
I
and his
agree.
price
He
tag.
should be doing it, but he finally just got given the chance to play striker after being played right wing all last season. Moved
And
back
now he's
to
playing
right
right
wing
wing
since
again.
that, but he's still
Yeah.
scoring. He's hungry to prove to.
Yeah.
And so many Norwich fans hated on him so much last year too. It was killing me because they were just scapegoating him. The whole team sucked. It wasn't just him. He was the only one that actually played with effort, other than Brandon Williams. But yeah, My God.
English people love scapegoating the Americans.
Yeah, they
They've been doing
sure
it for a
do.
while, especially with Christian.
But yeah, I mean, 3 strikers. There's 2 games. I hope that Greg gives each one 66% of the time, and he rotates it that way so we can get to see each one
You know,
how they line up.
I'm
I'm excited.
I don't want 66. I want Jesus start. I mean, not Jesus. I want Josh and Pepe both starting one, and Jesus coming on, or vice versa. Or Jesus doesn't even need to play one game because I think Jesus is a lot too. You know, I think that's just really that third spot. That's
Yeah, Jesus is the lock for whatever reason. I was telling Keelan this the other day whenever we were recording. I was like, the sitters that Jesus has missed is like
yeah.
insane. I saw it on
It
Twitter.
is
It was like
insane.
the simplest goals that, like, whenever we see like Christian or someone miss that, we're like, what are you doing? And we saw PFOC even miss a couple of those.
Yeah,
But
man.
Jesus has done it so many times.
Against Mexico, man, that
Yeah.
miss is still
Like,
haunting
what
him
he
to
does
this day.
bring in, like when he is with the U.S., he's creating so much though with the build-up play and whatnot,
Yeah.
runs.
That's
No,
why.
I
that's
rate
why he's
Jesus
a lock.
completely. I think he should be the starting
So
9
all
right
the other
now.
ones are up for air. You know,
Well,
Josh,
I think he
Bach.
is the starting 9 right now, unless Sargent does what I expect him to, thinks what he's capable of, and wins his spot over this window. And I'm excited to see it.
I'll bet Jesus starts this game, and then Josh or Pepe will sub in decently early, and then the next game is going to be either Josh or Pepe starting because Jesus has already got his touches with the team. I can't really see because I would see Greg wanting to get as much out of the other 2 strikers that he's questionable on.
Did you see that they're doing like they're doing an MLS camp in October for players that aren't playing in the playoffs or stuff anymore?
No, I'm not surprised. People are always like, everyone's so biased towards the MLS. Strong MLS, U.S. men's national team fans are like, everyone's so biased against the MLS, but then they literally are getting their own camp.
No, like I literally watch so much MLS too, and it is like Ariola, Morris, they're good MLS players, but they don't cut it, bro. They don't cut it for the international level.
Yeah. Our team is leveling up big time, exponentially, and the MLS players like those 2, not saying they aren't good MLS players, but in our right wing and left wing, like Jordan Morris should not be starting on either wing.
No,
He shouldn't even be touching the
No,
field with
yeah.
the amount of talent that we had.
Anderson and Gio Reyna all healthy, and Tim
Yeah.
White can play out wide too.
Conrad De La Fuente, in my opinion, is like probably miles ahead of Jordan Morris in terms of skill. I would say.
No, I
I
don't.
like watching him play a lot better. He's got better ball control. The only thing Jordan Morris might have is aggressiveness.
That dude played against Wales in the first game back,
It
and
was
he
a-
was
okay,
sorry
dude, everyone has bad
as
games.
hell. He was
Scally
so
had a bad game
sorry.
for us. We know he's not
I
sorry.
know, but he was miles off of it. He was miles off of it. The
I
pace.
still think he's better than Jordan Morris.
I don't get the De La Fuente
Not
hype.
as much hype behind him. I think he's gotten shit on recently.
He's kind of died off, you know.
Yeah, but I'd still rather have him, or at least in the camp. To see.
Yeah, no, I'd like.
Oh, give me the flying meatball,
Dude, we
man.
know
He's scoring the
he's
goal.
ceiling.
Give me the flying
We know-
meatball over
we
De La
know what the
Fuente.
meatball is gonna
Over
do.
De La Fuente? Yeah, give me
You
him
know
over
what
De La
he's gonna do?
Fuente.
Or it's just like B-Tech Josh Sargent, you know, aggressive.
Morris, yeah,
He scored
I know,
the
I-
equalizer when we. It was
Bro,
amazing.
yeah.
It was scenes. I took my shirt off. I was waving around the room. I was
He
buzzing.
sucks. He's a chode, man. He's a
He-
meatball. He's rolling around.
He's the flying meatball. That's his nickname now.
You know
The
who we
flying
should have called
meatball.
up? We know what other
love
meatball we
him.
should have called up? That U.S. men's national team kid. I forget how old he is, but he's Hispanic and he's American, and he did bits for us in that I think it was World Cup qualifying or something. Keelan, you love him, dude. I forget his name. You absolutely love him.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Luna's
that's
not
his
ready.
name, that's his
Luna's
name.
Diego Luna's not
That's a
ready.
little meatball, dude. That guy was balling.
Still
No,
not good in the MLS.
Oh, no, I'll
yet. He's
be-
not ready.
Is he? Where is he playing?
yeah,
right
I
now?
would be.
With
I would
Salt-
be. He's at Salt Lake City.
I mean, he plays here and there, but he's not consistent. Yeah, he's not a
He's a sub.
consistent player for him yet.
I'm ready to see him. I'm ready to see that little meatball
No.
running around.
If Diego Luna got caught up, I would be buzzing, man. I love that guy. That is another
He's
meatball.
awesome. I like watching his highlights.
Yeah, he is.
I remember you sending them to us. You're like, this guy, he's the best, man. He's the freaking best.
I love him.
All right, anything else? Anything
He's
else we
unique,
didn't
man.
talk about?
He's unique.
I don't know.
Score predictions for Saudi
We were
Arabia.
talking about Japan. I mean,
We'll
play
get
Japan
there.
first.
I thought we played Japan second.
All right. I thought we played Saudi. No, we okay. Then Japan.
Playing
I
Japan first.
don't. If it's Japan
Alright.
first, it's a Josh Hiroshima bomb.
Dude, that's the second time you said that, John. It was messed up the first time. You can't say it again.
That'd be messed up if they didn't do Pearl Harbor first, but they did, so it's not messed up.
Okay, we're not getting into this. Yeah, it's Japan first, and
All right. So what's the score?
I'm gonna give us a 3-1. I think they'll get a score. I think they'll get a goal because Matt Turner. I think he'll let one in. He's been a little not playing much besides cup play, and then our defense is probably gonna get. They'll probably start like Aaron Long or something, and then Anthony's not playing, so I don't know. I think they'll stick one, but I think Pulisic's gonna score.
Get to the damn point,
Dude,
I
All right,
I asked for
3-1,
the score.
asshole. That's it.
Okay, John.
Sarge Hattie.
Okay, dude.
All right. I think we'll draw 1-1.
Dude, come on. All right.
Saudi
how about
Arabia
we-
was the
I'm
score.
gonna use some of my free bets on this game. How about we all put a little bit of money on it?
All right.
Oh, y'all can't gamble. I forgot. All right, John, you can. You can go put your get bets in. You got sports betting out in California?
Hey, Body Armor sponsor us.
Keelan, you
I'll
want me
take
to
a
put a bet
body
down
armor
for you?
sponsor. Yeah, I'll think about it. But they don't do that in
No, I'll put it
Mississippi.
down
It's
for you.
crazy.
Or you could drive the casino up in Starkville. Or outside.
I'm
of
not
Starkville.
driving. Saudi Arabia, I say we win 2-0.
Not much
Saudi
faith in our
Arabia,
attack.
we'll say a 4-1 there.
I'll give us a 3-0. I think we're gonna score 3 goals in both games. I think leading goal scorer for the weekend is gonna be Christian. I think Christian's gonna come in and do this. He's pissed off.
I hope Christian puts his nuts on the table and starts playing
Yeah, I
like
hope
he
so,
should
too.
be. It's about damn time.
All right, we wrapping up. Is that everything everyone want to talk about?
I think so. I think we need to
think
bring
that's
our
it.
boy JT back before too long. He's got some first team minutes now on his belt. Ask him.
I'd love to have him back on. That'd be awesome.
have to
let's
catch up with him.
my boy, good friend.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you soon. See you after probably gonna record an episode after the window's over, like after September 27th. Right? We'll go over the 2 games,
Sounds good.
or maybe before that, or like right after the first game, and right after the second game. That's also like over a week away, so we'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Bye, guys. Say bye.